Now to some proposed changes that will likely affect you. President Obama says he wants to reduce the federal deficit by $4 trillion over the next 12 years. Joining us with details on how he plans to do that and what the Republicans think of his ideas is CBS News senior White House correspondent Bill Plante. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Chris. This was the president's bid to regain the offensive in the argument over the nation's priorities. He accused Republicans of wanting to change the basic social contract, and he offered a proposal which preserves his principles and those of his party while still cutting the deficit. President Obama unveiled his plan to reduce the deficit by $4 trillion over the next 12 years, but with few specifics. He wants to curb domestic spending and find additional savings in defense as well as in Medicare and Medicaid. Mr. Obama also proposes rewriting the tax code, limiting itemized deductions for the wealthy and ending tax cuts for those who make over $250,000.
We cannot afford $1 trillion worth of tax cuts for every millionaire and billionaire in our society. We can't afford it. And I refuse to renew them again.
If the debt has not fallen by 2014, the president's plan would require more spending cuts and fewer tax preferences.
It achieves these goals while protecting the middle class, protecting our commitment to seniors, and protecting our investments in the future.
The president then picked apart the Republican deficit proposal, which calls for $5.8 trillion in cuts, charging that it ends Medicare, would cause 50 million Americans to lose health insurance, and gives tax breaks to the wealthy who least need them.
They want to give people like me a $200,000 tax cut that's paid for by asking 33 seniors each to pay $6,000 more in health costs. That's not right. And it's not going to happen as long as I'm president.
House Budget Committee Chair Paul Ryan, author of the Republican plan, had a front row seat at the president's presentation and later called it excessively partisan.
What we heard today was a political broadside from our campaigner-in-chief. Rather than building bridges, he's poisoning wells.
Now, no one at the White House will admit that this was a political speech, but the president was essentially appealing to his base and to independent voters and asking them, what kind of country do you want this to be? Chris?
CBS's Bill Plante in Washington for us this morning. Bill, thank you.